started out in the building industry. I was in high school. I'd done carpenter work during the summer, and then that progressed on after high school. And sometime in the late 80s, I had a friend come to me and want to start building houses, start a construction company. And we started that in the late 80s, and it's grown to where it is today.
He used to work third shift in a tire plant and then work on construction sites during the day. So he had a full-time job in the daytime and a full-time job at night. It took that kind of effort and dedication to make his business successful, and he's just done an exemplary job.
Once I started attending HBAT and HBAA meetings, I saw the passion the people had for the industry and what all they'd given to it, and I just felt like I wasn't giving enough, so it kind of encouraged me to try to give more.
He encouraged both of us to get involved in our local associations, not only local builders associations, but all sorts of other charitable organizations, and he's always stressed that and lived it by example.
He always told us it's always important to give back to the industry you're involved in some way, and we saw him do that, and through his ascent on the ladder to president of the association, we were fortunate to be there for that, and just seeing how he was able to give back to those in the industry and learn from them at the same time meant a lot to me.
He knows everybody's name, everybody knows him. He's friendly, he's nice, just a great guy to be around. But for me, his biggest impact of this association are his kids and his family.
I know Lynn a long time. He was president in 2015 and did a super job. And it's really a testament to his leadership abilities he's got his entire family involved in the business, involved in the association, in the industry, and they're leaders in the industry. And Lynn has instilled that, in his company and everybody that works there.
I learned how to kind of work a room from him because he's Mr. Politician.
He can work a room. He's taught me a lot about what it means to just meet people and grow yourself as a person, not just in what you do for work.
He's there for you. I mean, he would do anything for you, I think, but just a genuine good guy.
He has a heart for people and a passion for helping others, and that's transcended a lot of the different things he's done in life, and his heart shines through in a lot of things he does. Absolutely loves the people. He loves the interaction.
Todd Slyman, I think he loves him more than he loves the two of us. It's like his third son. But
he's a fun-loving guy that very passionate about our association and is very, very, very family-oriented. And so our families just kind of gelled and meshed, and next thing you know, we were hanging out together, doing things together in and outside the association, and built a really nice relationship.
He gives everything 110%. He participates, in meetings. He runs committee meetings. He's financial support to the foundation, to ABPAC. It's just, like I say, his whole commitment to this association and industry has been just unwavering.
You look at all the things that he's done, whether it be from behind the scenes or in front of the scenes, whether it be serving on Home Builders Licensure Board or, working his way up through the ladder and, representing the state. And he's always very passionate about it, very eager to help.
Lynn is he's an opinionated guy. I remember we were in Mexico on a little mission trip, and him and Bill Deloney were fighting over code issues on a house that we were remodeling and the right way to frame it in. And I was like, come on, Lynn. The roof of this house was a swimming pool liner, so it didn't matter, but it did to him. And he wanted to make sure we did it the right way. So that's the way he is.
So we all know Lynn's a little clumsy. So we were running one time in Chicago, and of course, being curious builders, we're running down the street and we see something under construction, condos, whatever, we got to go inside and look around, right? So we come back out and we keep running and we get to Navy Pier. We're running down Navy Pier, and I look up and I see a helicopter on the board. I say, hey, Lynn, look at that helicopter up there. He says, oh, yeah. And all of a sudden, next thing, he falls. He hit one of those rubber expansion joints on Navy Pier, and he falls. And I, of course, start laughing. And I look down, and he's not getting up. I'm like, man, are you okay? He broke a rib. And of course, he blames me for that.
When I think of Lynn, I think of him in a lot of different roles. One is my food person, because if you want to go anywhere in the state and eat at a restaurant, you call Lynn. He's been there. He'll tell you what to eat, what number it is on the menu. Doesn't matter where you're going in the state. He loves food. He loves good food, and he eats good food.
Lives and breathes for this association and for our industry. He does whatever he needs to, whether it be in the front or behind the scenes, to make sure that this industry continues and the people coming up in it are understanding what we provide, understand how to provide it, make sure that, for instance, if there's a younger person coming up in the association and they need help either within the association or help with their business or whatever, he's always there to lend a hand.
What he gives to this association is his heart, his passion, and that's never been in question by anyone. Very deserving member of the Hall of Fame.
A part of his goal and strategy in life is to give until it hurts, and he does that, and he's done that with HBAA, and so I think it's just so awesome that he's getting recognized for it.
Congratulations, Lynn. Well deserved. And I look forward to standing up there with you tonight.
Lynn, congratulations on being inducted in the Alabama Housing Industry Hall of Fame. Well deserving.
Lynn, well deserved. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this honor. You put your heart and soul into our industry and this association, into your family and everything that you do. I appreciate your friendship, appreciate all you do for our industry, for your family, my family, and wish you the biggest congratulations. Well deserved. Love you, man.
Lynn, congratulations. Very big honor. Very excited to see you get this honor. And I did bring you something when you get it. I want you to have these when you're up there receiving your award.
Congratulations, Dad. I love you very much. Thank you for being a wonderful example for me and for Blake and all of your grandkids. So very proud of you. Congratulations.
Dad, we love you. Congratulations. You are the prime example for the two of us. We wouldn't be here without you. We love you.
Love you, Dad.
I'd like to thank my family, my wife, Melinda, my sons, Brock and Blake, my daughter-in-laws, Amanda and Angel, my grandkids. Everybody knows my grandkids. I'd like to thank the association, all the members and the staff. I think everybody is a part of this. I think I'm a very small part of it. I think everybody's had a lot to do with it. I was really humbled to get this award. I look back at the many people that's been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it's really just warmed my heart, and I'm just speechless.
Well, I was the state president in 1984. So at that time, Russell was the executive officer for the local association. So he'd been there for a couple of years and done a fantastic job for us. So he was a first choice for me thinking about making the change. Another thing that was probably true is we knew we could hire him pretty cheap and we didn't have any money. So that was a good move for us and eventually a good move for Russell.
Russell could see the vision. He knew the opportunity there, and he took it and ran with it, and he's made the most successful home builder association in the nation, the most successful self-insurance program in the nation.
But he was always real conscious of expenditures, and he was really good in organizations and setting things up and politically connected in so many different ways. He just had a lot of the qualities that to be as young as he was that we liked and we needed for the executive office to be successful.
You know he's got a passion for the members. I hear it in his voice, and not only the members but staff.
Be able to run this association and just every time you come to a meeting, the staff is so well organized, and I think that's because they respect Russell and his leadership, and I think he has a good eye for talent when he hires people. It's amazing how long a lot of the staff stays, and I think that's just because of the work environment he provides, not just the association, the fund, CCM, all the things, lobbying, all the things the hats he wears for this industry is amazing.
Anything that would affect the industry, he had his thumb, on the pulse. People respected and respect Russell at the State House, and they know when he comes and he talks about an issue and a topic that he's telling them genuinely from his heart, these are the issues, this is what my people are going through, and how can we work to put this behind us.
Russell can go in a political meeting or a fundraising meeting, and he can go in that front door and he'll be out the back door in 5 minutes and shake everybody there's hand. I mean, he is the best at going in and working the crowd and getting out.
He listens. He never says no, unlike some people. I mean, he always finds a way either to get it done or come back with you and tell you in a nice way that was a crazy idea, that he knew up front that it was not going to work. But he would not tell you that up front.
You can get with Russell and he can have an opinion on something and you can have an opinion on it, and he'll ask you to lay your opinion out and why you think what you think. And then when you get through, he'll tell you what he thinks. And by the time both of you get through, you understand that he was right, and he's made you feel like you were right by showing how he was right. He has an innate ability to do that.
Well, I was president, in 2010, and at that time, we were probably coming off one of the worst recessions of my generation, Russell's generation. So, right before I went in as president in January, between Christmas and New Year's, I get this phone call from Russell, and he says, don't make any plans now for the third week of January. I said, yes, sir, what are we doing? He said, well, we're going to start the Meat and Potatoes Tour. And we went up the state and met with 3 or 4 associations at every point. And the theme was basically, you've made it through this. You're a survivor. And Russell, he never came out and said, this is what you need to do, but you could feel it. That's when he became the colonel as far as I was concerned. And he's still the colonel to this day.
Really the most important thing in being a part of this association was just the friendships and the feeling of family, and that, we'll get to the business, Mark, but the family and the friendships is of the utmost importance. When Eli was, little bitty, he would always see Russell, and he would go, hey, Mr. Russell, and he'd run up there. Well, I brought with me just to show you, these are Mr. Russell boots, and these were the first pair of boots that Eli had when he was little, and Mr. Russell bought these boots.
He wants to take credit for nothing. He's always at the summer board meetings. He's always in the very back. He'll never come up front. He always wants to make the president and the board look so good, and his staff.
Sometimes that's a hard job.
Yeah, he just wants no credit for anything, and he deserves credit for everything.
He's the most unselfish person you ever meet. But, like I said, he's built a dynasty, and he's probably done more for this association and made us a better association, than anybody could possibly have done.
I've been around a lot of different people in the last 60 years since I've been in business. And to my knowledge, I can't think of a single person that I have more admiration and appreciation for the job that he's done, that he has with us, than Russell Davis.
Russell, you're a hell of a man. I appreciate everything you've done for me. This association has been nothing but fortuitous for having you. I want to thank you for everything you've done for me and done for my family. All the times that we've been hunting, been across the United States on trips. It's always been a good ride, and I thank you very much.
And Russell, I just can't tell you how much I appreciate your friendship, not only for the job you've done, but the personal relationship and the friendship that we've had. I also have a lot of admiration for you as a business person and what you've done for the association, but also the fact that your high moral standards and the family unit that you raised your kids and so forth, and done a great job doing that.
Russell, I just want to tell you I appreciate everything you've done for me and my family, and for the association and for the Self-Insurance Fund. And, it's just amazing what you've been able to accomplish. And I'm so proud to be able to call you my friend. Congratulations, Russell.
I want to congratulate Russell on a well-deserved honor, and I can't wait to see you tonight and you get that award.
You know, Russell, this is a well-deserved honor. You have deserved it for many, many years. I'm glad that we could all, as friends and part of the Home Builders Association family, could be a part of this tonight. So congratulations. We love and we care for you very much.
Congratulations, Russell. Well-deserved. I don't know what took them so long to get you in there. Well past you. Congratulate you, and it's well-deserved.
And I'll say this, Colonel, congratulations.
I want to particularly thank the leadership of the association. I've enjoyed working for 39 different presidents. You know, Home Builders has been most my life. You know, my friends are home builders. My career is shaped around home builders. My wife's, who I love dearly, came from a home builder family. My kids are involved in the industry. It's a social thing for me. It's a business thing for me. It's just been a wonderful career experience, and to have an honor like this, kind of a cherry on top, it's just a tremendous honor, and I'm humbled by the whole event. And I want to particularly thank my family, Susan, who's been a rock for me for 40 years, my kids, the grandkids are here tonight. I know they're looking at the screen, wondering, you know, what Bop's doing. I'm so proud that you're here, and I'm proud of my whole family. I'm really proud of my work family as well. We've got a wonderful staff that's been so supportive of me for many, many years. And while I get being the coach of the team, so to speak, I get credit for lots of things. But those things happen because we've got a fantastic group of people that work and do everything they can for the benefit of our members. That's what we're here for, and that's a mission, as long as I'm here, that we'll never move from.
I'm actually a third-generation builder. My grandfather started buying land, selling logs, then he had a sawmill, and then he opened a building supply business, and then he built houses. And my father followed pursuit. He took over the lumber yard, and he started building houses. And my first building instance would be when I was 6 years old. Dad was building a house behind where we lived. So I went and stole lumber and built me a new bedroom. And he said, "Son, I'm going to teach you how to build. This is not right." But that would have been my first instance in the building industry right there. When I got out of college, that's when the bad recession hit, and I left for about 12 years. And, you know, building's in everybody's blood in this room probably. We all have a passion for it. And I came back and, you know, took about a 9% cut in pay and had to listen to my father. And the first 3 or 4 years, and I joined the home builders to be in the parade of homes and went to the meetings. But one day a light bulb went off, and they asked me to be on the board of directors. I said, sure. And, you know, I went that year, and, you know, I was committed, and I didn't miss any meetings. And the next year they said, would you like to be first vice president? It means I was going to be president after that. And I said, okay. And I went to the first state meeting that year. It was in Biloxi, I'll never forget it. And I'd been, but I just never paid attention. You know, you sort of got to be ready to let this hit you when you're ready. And I went into an IPAC meeting. I said, wow, this is what this is about. And from that day on, it lit a light bulb. And I said, people's got to give back.
I just kind of watched Mark as he came in. He was kind of sat back in the back, and he was real quiet. And I didn't know if he was just going to be shy or if he wanted to get involved in the association. But I think now that what he was doing at that time was sitting back and listening and learning and storing everything in his brain. And then when he decided to step forward, he stepped up and he's done a real good job.
He's been an excellent leader. When I first went to work for him, he had just read The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and he was really impressed by that and thought it was a great blueprint for an individual, but would be a great blueprint for the Home Builders Association. So that's sort of what we've followed. You know, we've been proactive, we've set goals, and then tried to bring everybody on board so that everybody felt like they were winning, and then accomplish those goals and try to refine them and make them better.
Now, Mark is real big on being on top. So each year, he pushes each one of us to do the best we can, to come up with ideas and do things, because he enjoys winning the President's Trophy more than the rest of us put together, I believe. It means so much to him for us to shine on the state level and win that President's Trophy.
He's seen us go through good times and bad times, so he knows how to meet those challenges. And he also has become active at the state level because he wanted to learn things to bring back to the local association to help us improve.
Mark's dad was a builder, and my dad was a builder. So we connected really well. Our dads raised us interestingly. We learned how to work early and have followed it all the way through. Being a senior officer, you get a special bond with people. And Mark and I were very good friends the whole way through. Anything I wanted to do, he supported. Anything he wanted to do, I supported. And it was a very good relationship.
As an associate and builder here in the association and on the state level and all, it's been great to kind of mentor him and him me. We kind of worked alongside each other and fed off of each other, and I think it made us both better.
He understands the importance of mentoring younger builders and the importance of the image that you portray to the community. And he's done a very good job of doing that for us.
For the State Association, Mark has done a really impressive job. He stayed the course all the way through. He doesn't miss meetings. He still does committees and councils. But his leadership was really special. You never did anything without Mark coming up to you at the end and shaking your hand, telling you what a great job you did. And if he did it and you shook his hand, he would say, "No, I didn't do anything." But he was really, really giving to the association.
Fortunate to be state president and got to serve under 10 or 12 state presidents, and you learn from everybody. And it's just people are so great. Everybody gives back, and that would be the greatest benefit is the people.
Mark's commitment to this association has been tremendous his entire time he's been here. From the time he came with his dad for years and years and years to now, when he's still coming to everything we do, giving everything he can. He's taken it all back to North Alabama, and he's still a leader there, still building houses every day and doing his own development and subdivisions. He's been very impactful on this association.
We went to a national convention. It was in Vegas. I with Dad, and we went to the president's room. I think his name was Hugh Cole. If anybody knows him, he was the one that was hosting the party, and he didn't wear socks. And I just couldn't figure out, a man in that prestige of a situation didn't have socks. And somehow that's always stuck in my mind. Every time I see Hugh, I remind him of that. I said, "You're president, you need to wear socks."
I have one kind of funny story. He's single, and over the years, he's had several girlfriends. And I remember one time he had this girlfriend, and we thought, "Oh, she's perfect. She's cute, she's funny, she had a great personality." We thought this might be the one he'll settle down with. But it turned out she didn't like cats, and so she told him it was either her or the cats, and he said, "Well, that's easy. I choose the cats."
Mark has done everything. He's done everything locally. Like I just said, he has served 2 terms as president. He's coming back again next year to be our local president for 2023. He has been on every leadership role on a local level, on a state level, and he's attended national meetings, especially when his dad was going with him, and he just has fulfilled all qualifications, in my opinion, to become a member of the Hall of Fame.
Well deserved and well earned. So he has really given his heart and soul to this association and to the state, and I think he is well deserving of this honor, and I really congratulate you, Mark. I'm really happy for you.
Mark, I want to congratulate you for earning this award and becoming a Hall of Fame member of the State Association. One thing I think that you should do when you receive this award is make sure you know and recite what the HBAA mission statement is. Congratulations.
Mark, congratulations on this induction into the Hall of Fame. It's very well deserved, and I can't think of anybody that's done anything any more than you have to deserve this. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I treasure you as a friend, and I know if there's a way, your father's looking down on you tonight, and he is very, very proud of you, and he's probably telling everybody that's standing around him that that's my boy. He's done good.
My sister's sitting here and my nephew. I want to thank them both. And one of the main person I have to thank is Brenda Griffith, our EO. I hired her right the first year I was president. We've been together 22 years, and I wouldn't have been nowhere near as good as I've been with her. Very humbling, thank everybody, for here tonight. It's you give your time back, and the rewards have given me so much more than I even thinking the time I've given to this organization. And it's not over with. It's still going on. It's just another level in the journey we go to.